By the measure of applause, there was not a clear front-runner in tonight's Democratic mayoral debate. Now, while you did have Barbara Bree, who's a council member, giving a few jabs at Todd Glory, who's an assembly member, about homeless issues and scooters, it was the short-term vacation rentals that have dominated the conversation here in the coastal community, and each candidate had a different take. San Diego's Democratic mayoral debate for the Beach and Bay voters Wednesday night left voters knowing how the candidates stand on issues impacting the coastal neighborhoods.
The scooters and then the homelessness.
The Pacific Beach Town Council co-moderated the debate with Assemblyman Todd Gloria, Councilmember Barbara Bree, and activist Tasha Williamson, who gave differing answers on the mental health and drug addiction among the homeless.
I will meet regularly with the county. I will meet regularly with mayors all over the county.
The true answer to this problem is more housing.
Williamson, who's far behind in fundraising but focused on the people.
Your voice matters. And why it matters is because I've shut down city councils to make sure that voices matter.
Scooters have taken over boardwalks and crashes have injured and killed riders. Candidates talked about enforcement, a ban, and more restrictions. But one of the most sticking coastal issues, short-term vacation rentals, which Bree passed restrictions but was later overturned.
I will enforce our existing law. Our existing law is that short-term vacation rentals are illegal.
It is a shame that this mayor and city council have been incapable of dealing with this issue.
Many left feeling like they know where their candidates stand.
I think Todd Gloria was a little slippery on some issues, especially with short-term vacation rentals. Hopefully Barbara Bree will enforce the existing codes.
I was really impressed with Todd. I feel like that we can do it a lot better if we have someone that's more of a futurist. Let's build up and become the big city we're supposed to be.
Republican Mayor Kevin Faulconer will term out. There is not a major candidate in the GOP race. Now, something that's interesting is that because of a ballot measure that was approved by voters in 2016, the mayor cannot be elected in the primary election. The top two candidates in that race will then face off in next November's general election.